And now to review a station in my new series of station reviews without going to the station. Hopefully there's some times where I can actually go to the station and review them, but this is how it's gonna start. I would start numerically or alphabetically. I'm gonna just go random. And no, I'm not doing a 5, even though it's my favorite train. Train I will be doing will be the 7 as starting for the series. Season 1 will be the 7. So without further review, we're gonna review one of my favorite stations on the 7th train. Met's Willets Point.
This is Met's Willets Point.
Transfer is available to the Q48 bus to LaGuardia Airport.
This is Met's Willets Point. Met's Willets Point is an express station on the IRT Flushing line of the New York City subway. It is served by the 7 train at all times and by the 7 express during rush hours in the peak direction or towards Manhattan for following Newark Mets baseball games and U.S. Open tennis matches. The station is located in Flushing Meadows Corona Park in Willets Point, Queens, on Roosevelt Avenue between 114th Street and 126th Street. The station's peak use occurs during Mets games at Citi Field and at Shea Stadium until 2008. Located on the north side of the station, and during events at the USTA National Tennis Center on the south side. Now, this station is one of my favorite stations in all of New York City transit, besides Baychester Avenue on the 5 and East 180th Street on the 25 as well. But there's one little side note. This is one of the things that have the most interesting station layout of all stations. Yes, I said it's better than 34th Street Penn Station, Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center Station, and Coney Island Station too. This 3-track express station has a layout unique in the system. From compass north to south, it is arranged southbound side platform, southbound local track, bi-directional express platform, island platform, northbound local track, northbound side platform. It's kind of like Fordham Road, if you know what I mean, on the concourse line on the D train. But a split island platform and an unsplit island platform on Fordham Road is way different than Met's Willets Point Station, because Met's Willets Point is the only station in the subway system with this particular setup. This diagram above, the diagram that I am about that is not able to show, portrays the setup. If you go to Met's Willets Point and see how the station's layout is, you would know what I'm describing. The trains running northbound towards Main Street normally open their doors on the island platform. The northbound side platform is only used during Mets games or the National Tennis Center, such as the U.S. Open. The northbound side platform usually helps people on crowded trains, on local trains, to go that way during Mets and tennis games. On the south side of the station, a ramp connects the mezzanine and the northbound side platform to a footbridge known as the Paracel Boardwalk, which passes over Corona Yard and connects to Met's Willets Point on the Long Island Railroad Port Washington branch. Before entering the grounds of the National Tennis Center, a full-length wooden mezzanine underneath the tracks and platforms. The north side of the station has a stairway leading directly to Citi Field's Jackie Robinson Rotunda, which is the first picture that I've shown on Met's Willets Point. Some evening rush hour local trains terminate at this station using the express track. West of the station, there are switches allowed below the tracks, the express track, and an order layout track to 111th Street. East of the station, switches allow on the express track in either direction to switch to local track, but not vice versa. This station was formerly known as Willets Point Shea Stadium. and the ramps of some of the ramps of these stations were added from the 1964 World's Fair, when the Shea Stadium was built soon afterwards. The original 1927 station can just be seen east of the current station. And by east, I mean like the area of the southbound platform that the 7 train doesn't use. It's a pretty rare thing to see, but it's also interesting to notice how long the southbound platform is. That's one of my favorite things about the 7 train. Most of the parts is usually rare, but people just don't understand why rare things are just an easy thing to see. Which is why I say the 7 train is an easy way to change people's minds. And yes, I just started saying that now. Don't judge me. LOL. The Super Express service to Manhattan at the conclusion of New York Mets weeknight games was first introduced in July 27. The Super Express trains run approximately 1 hour and it only makes 3 stops in Queens before entering Manhattan, which is Woodside 61st Street, Queensboro Plaza, and Court Square. Then after that, it goes all the way to Grand Central 42nd Street, 5th Avenue, Times Square, and 34th Street, Hudson Yards. That's basically what it does. Mets Willets Point is the northern terminus of the 7 Super Express. Yeah, that's all I had to say. That's one of the things I was trying to say the whole time, but you know, I talk a lot. Overall, this station is a pretty interesting station to see. So, and considering me being a Mets fan, you guys already know I love the Mets because I always had like so many videos of it last year and this year. And when the Mets made it to the World Series, I was hyped. So overall, I'll give this station a 10 out of 10. It's worth a rare station being, and it also has the ability to form a great station of all time in Queens and in the whole New York City transit, especially on the 7 line. So with that said, this is the Ajani Gleason. You guys have a great day, and thank you for watching. And 7 train all the way. Let's go Mets. We're doing a repeat.